Diego si Mono, VP.
Naku, lakad mo
You're starved out onto the high ground and the game's over. So Empire will go for the CK. That will give them a bit of an extra punch early on, and I kind of like this pickup here. It is not the sniper that here. There's Asgold looking for some body blocks, and he's got the Dragon Tail, but he needs follow-up immediately to get the follow-up on this. They toss Rari under the tower. Bristleback taking early damage. BCC will drop first, and that's going to be first blood. Bristle can't quite get to him. One more, two more right clicks, and Squadix will take it, but he illusory orbed in. He wasn't sure that that one hit's going to be enough, and now this puck's going to be surrounded by enemies, and that's going to be a set. Out and looking for the toss combo. Oh, they tossed the Marcian instead of the Viper, but they're going to be happy with this one.
I would respect here, but HYDRA fighting on the top lane against the Tiny, it's never gonna be easy.
Yep, they're trading the Tiny in terms of taking themselves the Shadow Shaman, and they will get it. James lives for the experience by getting the dispose after, but Koval disposes first into the cookie, follow right after that, and now Shadow Shaman with the extra movement speed, able to get out, but Marcy not gonna be as lucky. Gets thrown into the air though. CK, there's a cookie stun. There's a dispose, actually, never mind about that. And they will take down Koval, losing Retrograde, and HYDRA still...
where you have 1 versus 1s, is you're winning quite heavily. Whee! You know.
Go for another one. Toss into stun. Works like a dream. He could leave the CK this last hit too.
Meanwhile, mid.
So following this kill in this top lane, they did, yeah, they did get the rotation.
You have better chances of killing the DK than you have of this Bristleback.
How do you kill this Bristle? Like, how do you refuses to leave this lane? He knows that we don't need the Bristleback for the team right now. We can just hold this tower. BCC is getting caught here. We got a lot of whistling coming out from this Marcy. And BCC is down. James making the move onto ICQ, and he tosses a creep instead of the Viper. Puck will cancel the teleport. But Empire knows about this, and they are ready to go for it.
This is a path back into the game. This is a big orb extension.
This is very big for them. Empire, they will need this. Coil onto 2. Shaman behind the tree line. ICQ frozen. The Viper Strike onto the Tiny. The Shackles are there as well. The Illusory Orb not quite killing the Shaman. It's not going to be enough, and that's going to be one down. And ICQ fighting all the way to the end against the Puck, but Puck's going to be able to take it. And here comes Asgold. And firefight was the raindrops. Now they're going to go in Rari once again. Bristleback's got 4 enemies on him this time, so... that's going to be even faster than the kill in the bottom lane. But here comes the reinforcements. As Asgold goes in for the blink stun, tries to finish off the Tiny here, will be able to. And BCC is being controlled by Koval and the
part of the map. That's why they...
that's a free kill. Blink, fresh blink on the Shadow Shaman. They were looking for a kill a moment ago with their smoke, so they just stacked up and smoked again as Rari showed himself in the top lane. But does Empire make a reactive move? Do they go on the DK, or are they too nearby? Retrograde has to get out of there. And there we go. Asgold's going to be first. Blink stun onto the CK. And there we go. The dispose to cancel out the cookie this time. And CK gets hexed, and he is...
and they don't have a black hole, so they can never fight. Poor Puck.
Yeah. Squadix slowly getting burnt alive. Dota still on him. He has to use the coil defensively. And there's the spit coming in. Does he land the spikes is another question. James, however, finds kicked as HYDRA is fighting at the same time. Can they kill Squadix? It looks like they will be able to as James goes down, and they're going to find the Snapfire. BZZ about to fall as well, and still actually chasing this Puck. He's got no Blink Dagger, so it makes it possible for HYDRA to go for the chase all the way. One more hit should do. Squadix, 50 HP. Rari. He is a Ferrari compared to this Puck.
That's the only thing you care about, and you want to keep the Puck and the CK alive. That's why HYDRA are always gonna chase the Puck. They don't really care about the Enigma. They care about this guy because that is...
CK is not the one that they should give away, though. But looks like Retrograde is gonna go down. There's no stopping Rari here. You can give those so-called, like you said, call, but it has to wait a bit longer. They're going to use their basic spells first on Rari. They haven't taken the racks down. This is pretty good for Empire. How much can they last, though? Jachlo needs some backup. It's going to get hexed up as well. This Enigma is about to fall. Mortimer's Kiss is burnt down as well. No buyback on the Enigma either. But they're going to be buying back with the Tiny as well. BCC being forced away. Asgold with the BKB able to move out as they will be hunting down out of it at this moment. They're going to be lowing on. There we go. Beautiful black hole. And they need the damage. No Mortimer's Kisses. If only they had the Mortimer's Kisses for it as well. And Rari's going to hunt them all down. Retrograde down. Triple kill for Rari. And chasing down Squadix is in the trees. James is there as well. They want this kill. And they're able to take down James. James is able to teleport away. They're going for the push now. Hopeful. Looking for Squadix. Squadix goes in for the coil on the Marcy. Unleash has been used as well, and the Mortimer's Kisses slowly burning the Marcy down. One more connection, and that's going to be it. 50 seconds. Retrograde leads the charge. Sentries are down. They will see him. Both of them detect the BKB instantly used by RCQ as well. Squadix in between. Satchlo. How much does he need? 13 seconds. Rari going for the dive behind BCC. BCC finds a random neutral item on the ground, and he wants it for himself, and he'll be able to take it. That is the blast rig. Snap's not using it yet. Satchlo has no one to grab at this current moment. Oh, and again, Bleak stunned as well. Needs to pop the BKB to get out, but no luck. And BCC is going to go down too, so you went a little bit too close. Empire called GG. They're done.
Yeah, understandable. You know, when you're in this kind of a scenario, you're bound to make some really bad mistakes like that, because you're just trying to do a bit more, delay a bit more, and try to get this gonna do well against the Void Spirit, and then you can go for like a Dragonlance build.
Right. Well, we're gonna see the Pango come out as the last pick from Team Empire.
Rely heavily on the bottom lane. If Empire wins the bottom lane, I think it's gonna be an easy time for them. If they lose it, HYDRA actually have the tools to fight as Cold.
Interesting. Stun level 1 to start things off with on Retrograde, and they're gonna toss Ascald back, and a first blood is imminent, and it's gonna be for Empire.
Constant output of magic damage from the side of HYDRA. Use your axes.
How did that
easily?
Turning their attention towards James as well. The toss comes out. There's also the jump in from Marcy. They will dispose of James. Extra
Too much
stats.
Spam. Too much spam. You could see that he already had like 14 wand charges there on the top lane. So the Beastmaster and the Rubik are just spamming way too much. Retrograde going in.
Yeah, there's a very, you can almost say a bit of a over-ambitious attempt as well at Retrograde. Still trying to make his way out, and he's looking for the deny here, but he will throw the stun onto the Beastmaster, and that will allow BZZ to find a return kill, but Alchemist has been felled.
Off things, it would be great. And now ICQ, he has both the Helm of Iron Will and Ring of Protection, so your timing with that spell is actually off.
Now gonna go attempting again onto ICQ. Satchlo is killed at the same time as these fights happen. Killed under his own tower.
And go.
Can they actually
Can't speak yet.
Oh, he does actually get there, yeah. Kicked. Oh, he's surrounded by enemies.
Iron is in a good position to defend it. It is full, and I think Empire can and should be fighting this one, especially with the Weaver dead. Now you don't really have to stay on the bottom lane. Your resources are
to die. He's got a 30-second cooldown on his ult. He's definitely looking to fall here. So 86 to 14%. 86 to 14. How much does this Alchemist living?
You were saying?
Killing Marcy. At this point, and BZZ is going to be there. Ascald, nice jump between both of them. Can they kill this Alchemist? It's been a bit of a difficulty for them. They're going to take down BZZ, and here comes Squadix on the side. Roar will be popped by ICQ onto the Viper, and they will stun the Void Spirit, and Retrograde is still surviving, and Ascald getting tossed into the air, has another Astral Step available to simulate to the low ground, and hunting down this Alchemist. An invisible square rolling about. Marcy gets locked down on the D-Ward attempt. And the stolen curse from Koval, and they're going to push everybody towards the Tiny and Rari. And he gets something done here. Weaver, who's been taken down twice already. Ascald's going to be there as well. Jumps available onto 2. Only gets 1 into the Astral Step, and that's James. Squadix does not end up taking any damage. And Rari! No mana! No mana! Can't time-lapse! Oh, poor...
Oh, sometimes it is like that.
Yep, ICQ gets the roar out onto Tiny. Rolling Thunder does connect. Here comes Ascald. Sadly, though, Ascald doesn't quite get the kill onto this Winter Wyvern, and he's got no more Astral Steps. He's kind of surrounded by Empire enemies as well, and slowly taking him down. Squadix with the work. Retrograde will get a kill onto Koval, and Ascald under the tower. Astral Step, and finally a bird. Is the Diffusal played Brock? Tiny, Retrograde is also pretty low under the tower. BCC almost getting taken down, and BCC's dead, and Alchemist will fall. Hydra will happening onto the Void Spirit, and the BKB from Viper kicked, charges in with the Unleash, and James is going to be traded as the Marcy falls, and on the Viper, not enough damage.
You get close to the one that you were flexing to, and you just get smacked,
Aegis,
and you drop on your ass.
James wants to go in. Tiny dropping fairly low. Retrograde with the stun onto the backline onto Koval. And able to get that. Squadix is there as well. They secure the Rubik kill, and Ascald. This might be a pretty heavy Roshan take for Hydra because they're about to lose members. Retrograde's right there looking for the stun, and no connection, but the Avalanche is there. James with another toss onto Ascald, and they finally finished off the Void Spirit. Rory.
You know, they're not playing around their timings. They're just going in like madman.
Oh, Hydra wants to fight this. They're gonna get the stun on the Alchemist, and Ascald wants to
Aegis,
charge
why not?
in. James is about to drop. James is down. BKB bumped by the Viper. They got the heal out as well, and there's the curse. It's got the Beastmaster. It's got the Void, but they got the robot. The stolen curse from Koval buys them time, and Ascald, no, not able to get the dissimulate out in time. But Empire, they're gonna be fighting back. Retrograde charging in with the BKB still intact. Beastmaster gonna get stunned up, and the roar comes out. But do they have the damage for it? They've lost ICQ. Rory is retreating as well, and Cole
Taken away by Pango, and then he's gonna be useless. They can just ignore him. He just doesn't do enough damage at this point.
That's to kill the Viper, and time lapses himself. James is getting killed by a bug, and that will work. RC down to Retrograde stun. Ascald jumping the backline, finding BCC. That's a good target here for Hydra to go, and that's another one dead. That's 3 heroes taken at the cost of
Retrograde without BKB.
Retrograde needs 16 seconds, and here comes Squadix. Buy some time. Beautiful.
He's gonna turn.
Stolen. Actually, still getting a bit of a push going on here. Retrograde, the disconnected one, most likely being microed here by BZZ, who is sticking to the back here. Stolen curse onto the Alchemist. Doesn't really do much, but it lasts for an eternity. And Rory on the sideline. They're going to be able to take down this Viper, or are they? Shot slow, down to 200, BKB available, able to get it out, but Rory will finish off the double kill. Alk's dead, Viper's gone, and the Roar is going to be connecting as well, pushing the Tiny and keeping the Capango on the spot, and this will be a GG call from Empire. They can't do it anymore. That's a 2-0 series for Hydra. It's a bit unfortunate in their eyes, but a game is a game, and Hydra takes the series.
I think it's unfortunate in my eyes as well. I don't want to speak for you, Panda.
Mm-hmm.